I first got into Dungeons and Dragons because a coworker of mine that I never would have expected to be into it was into it. I previously thought of it as something that only really nerdy or kind of out antisocial people would play. But this guy who completely broke the stereotype, he had a huge beard, he was a veteran, had a big scar on his arm, he was really gruff the way he talked, and I never would have guessed that he would be into it, but he was, and that made me think, it's a kind of activity that maybe a broader range of people than I previously thought would be interested in. So I decided to check it out. I listened to podcasts of other people playing, and it sounded fun, so I went and joined a group.
What has been your favorite part of dungeon mastering so far?
Um, when my players do something ridiculous that I have to explain to them why it doesn't make sense, but uh, they somehow manage to pull it off anyways, just against the odds. Kind of as the referee of sorts, I have to be tough with them, but I'm kind of rooting for them to pull it off, and just through sheer luck, manage to uh, do these ridiculous shenanigans and solve a problem in a really interesting way.
What do you look for in a good session?
Um, I try to have it paced so that there is time for them to kind of explore the imaginary world, talk to the characters, uh, sort of plan and develop their ideas, and also mixed with action, uh, you know, solving puzzles, fighting monsters, clearing dungeons, that sort of thing. Maybe about half and half of each.
And who has been your favorite non playable character to roleplay so far?
Oh, um, I did a druid named Claudesto in this one shot that somebody. I guess he's not a D. I guess he's not an unplayable character. Okay, I'm gonna start over. Recently, I was running a mining town, and so there was this sort of a dealer in raw ores and metals and whatnot that prospectors from this little mining hamlet had brought in, and a couple of my players wanted to uh, buy cheap raw materials and then take them to the city and through their bartering skills sell it for more money. And so I decided that this merchant would be this really gruff, no nonsense character who would just kind of bark at them in short sentences, and it ended up being very funny, contrasting with them sort of stumbling over themselves trying to explain to this guy why he should give them a good deal, and he was just not having any of it. It was a lot of fun.